Hey, what's up everyone? This is the K-Man 1971, kicking off May with a giant-size comic book haul. Well, giant size for me, probably a regular size haul for someone, say, like Vin Crew. Shout out to Vin Crew. But this will be an old school type of haul for me. I haven't done a haul like this in a while that will feature pretty much everything that I've picked up over the past several months, clearing the decks. I'll include some of my fresh off-the-rack pickups, which I haven't done in a while. It'll also feature some dollar bin pickups, some variants, a little filler to thriller, some first appearances, a big chunk of Bronze Age, of course, and a major Bronze Age pickup, possibly my pickup of the year. So really excited to show that. So let's kick it off with my latest two pickups, the only two books that I haven't read so far out of the stack. And I do have other modern books, but I've already kind of put them away from earlier in the month. So kicking it off, Alien number 2, like the first issue. Picked up the second one yesterday, haven't read it yet. Cover kind of looks like an older John Cena for some reason. Darth Vader number 11, really looking forward to reading this. It's been a great read so far. Bounty Hunters number 11. Star Wars titles in general from Marvel right now are pretty strong, and I'm really looking forward to the Battle of the Bounty Hunters crossover event kicking off this week. Star Wars The High Republic number 4, really enjoying that series. Conan the Barbarian number 20, still and always will be a staple. Immortal Hulk number 45, one of the best modern runs going on in comics right now. Wolverine number 11, still really enjoying this series. Nocterra number 2, great series from Scott Snyder and Tony Daniel. Nightwing number 78, picked up this sweet B cover. I really like it, and it was a good read too. Features some really good art. Best single issue of Nightwing that I've read in probably years. American Vampire Family Trees, 1976, number 7. I actually haven't read any of this series yet. There was such a gap in between American Vampire second cycle and this series. I kind of forgot what was going on. So I'm just going to wait until this entire series is published and then just power read it. Rorschach, number 7. Still enjoying this. Joker, number 2. I'm really surprised at how much I'm enjoying this ongoing Joker title. Another example of a fresh new title that keeps the hobby fresh. And of course, my favorite title for years, Batman number 107, B cover. So let's just jump into the back issues. These next 10 books are all dollar bin pickups, which will of course feature a couple of gems and some fillers because I'm a reader. So Vigilante number 3, loved this series back in the 1980s, and just a nostalgic pickup for $1. I also love the DC Marvel crossovers, so I used to own this series back in the day, sold it, and I basically picked it all back up in the dollar bins over the past year. So DC and Marvel All Access number 2 and number 3. I already had issue number 4 and number 1. Come on, when's the next time we're going to get to see Doctor Strange and Batman share a cover together in the modern market? Scarlet Witch, number 1. This is the first time that she ever headlined her own title, so I figured, why the heck not? Childhood Annual that I haven't owned since probably like I was 11 years old. Swamp Thing Annual number 1. This is the adaptation of the Swamp Thing movie from the 1980s. And I want to say that cover is actually a reproduction of the poster from back in the day. Great stuff. Second copy of Swamp Thing, Saga of the Swamp Thing number 27, newsstand. Another second copy of Power Pack number 1. These are just books that you just can't leave there for $1. Not that I was really looking for them. Same with this. Tarzan number 1 from Marvel Comics. Can't believe this was still in there. Second time that I've picked this up from the same store. Superman number 4, first appearance of Bloodsport. And the issue that got me digging in the dollar bins to begin with. I saw this on a Mercenaut video probably about a couple of a couple of months ago, and this is Infinity Inc. number 20, and I want to say it's the first appearance of the new Hour Man. All right. So these next couple of books will be between that $2 to $5 range, where I love to collect, that sweet spot of collecting. So let's kick it off with Tales from Vader's Castle #1. Big fan of Sith Lord Lordley's IG page and, of course, his own channel on YouTube. So he's kind of gotten me into picking up these Star Wars IDW books, something that I've been grievously overlooking over the past couple of years. So this doesn't go for much, but I figured why not pick it up. Caught my eye. I've always wanted this. Terminator #1 from Darkhorse, which for years I thought was the first appearance of Terminator. It's not. It's Terminator #1 from Now Comics, which I also own. But I already own Predator #1 and Aliens #1 from Darkhorse, and this kind of fills out that trifecta. Silver Surfer #125, Surfer versus the Hulk, wraparound cover, double-sized issue. I'm there. The Toxic Avenger #1, probably only fine condition, but it was only $3. Second copy and an upgrade to Conan the Barbarian #242, which just features this kick-ass Jim Lee Conan versus Red Sonja cover. Also, my second copy of Marvel Tales #235, which just features this awesome Todd McFarlane X-Men Spider-Man team-up cover, which I guess the word is out on this book already. I checked online, and I want to say this is going for, I don't know, like 20, 25 bucks. Second copy of The Question #1, my favorite Charlton character, and this is probably my favorite Question cover by the great Bill Sienkiewicz. I will learn how to say his name properly one day. Second copy of Uncanny X-Men #193, which features my the first in-continuity appearance of my Saturday morning crush, Firestar. Of course, some Conans to kick off the Bronze Age segment of the video, and all of these Conan books are like near mint condition, and none of them were like, I think the most expensive one was $2. So Conan the Barbarian #51. #57, kick-ass cover. 61. #25. Amazing Spider-Man #222, another one that I needed for my ASM run. And I want to say this is the first appearance of that character. Can't remember his name, but I want to say he's the equivalent of the Flash from the Squadron Supreme. The Defenders #94, which features the first appearance of the character Gargoyle, who was a staple for the Defenders from this point until the cancellation of the title. The Defenders #112. I bought this back when, for some reason, it was under WandaVision spec. I don't even remember why. But I guess the reason that it's kind of hot now is because it's the first appearance of the Power Princess, which I think the only reason that there's heat for that, there's a variant cover of her coming out in the Heroes Reborn event that's upcoming. I don't know. But for $5, why not? I also got a couple of Captain Americas from the Bronze Age, kind of like Conan, woefully underpriced. All of these were like $2, $3 a piece too. So in high grade, Captain America #225, another book that I used to own as a wee lad. I think that's kind of an iconic Captain America cover. Cap 242, love those Versus issues. As you can see, #257 against the Hulk. And I've always wanted this issue too. Captain America #259 versus Dr. Octopus, drawn by Mike Zeck. I have to say, it's like a squash match. Doc Ock definitely jobs to Captain America in this title. Machine Man #8. I figured, well, I heard that the Power Broker makes more of an appearance in this issue than in issue #7, but I guess the point is moot now after watching Captain America and Winter Soldier. Fantastic Four #185. Oh, once again, I bought this back when I was watching WandaVision. I believe this is the first appearance of Agatha Harkness's son, perhaps? The one that everyone was speculating that Rabbit was going to turn into something, but never did. But who knows in Doctor Strange, right? And never have to twist my arm to buy a Bronze Age issue of Fantastic Four. my second copy of Avengers Number 183, one of my personal favorite spec books. This features, this issue features when Carol Danvers officially became an Avenger. And Marvel Super Action number 18, which of course reprints the first appearance of the Vision. All right, let's grab another stack. We're making some pretty good time here. Continuing on in the Bronze Age, Justice League of America number 141, which is supposed to be the first appearance of the Android Manhunters. Like a lot of you out there, I thought I had the first appearance of these guys, but I guess the Manhunter featured in DC First Issue Special is a different character, but just looks the same. I don't know. But anyway, picked it up. Just a placeholder for now. It has a little staining and a little chipping on the top of the cover that I didn't notice at first. Doctor Strange, number 5. I just love any issue of Doctor Strange illustrated by Frank Brunner. So, instant pickup. Mr. Miracle, number 15. First appearance of Shiloh. I can't remember his last name, but he goes on to become the second Mr. Miracle, I believe, in Future State. Mr. Miracle, number 18. More Bronze Age Kirby goodness. And this features the marriage of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda, which I think is pretty interesting. Detective Comics number 466, which according to Key Collector, this is the first appearance of the Signal Man, but after careful research of reading the cover, back again after 15 years and 15 times as deadly, the Signal Man. Anywho, Kung Fu Fighter, Richard Dragon, number 1, which I believe is the first appearance of Richard Dragon, and more importantly, the first appearance of the character that would become the Bronze Tiger, who officially becomes the Bronze Tiger in this issue right here, Kung Fu Fighter, number 18. These books really came down after, the lineup of the Suicide Squad movie was finalized, but I can't see how the Bronze Tiger can't make a a big screen or a small screen appearance in the DC EU moving forward. And even if he doesn't, I'm just a fan of the character from the old school Suicide Squad days. So once the price came down, that's where I swooped on in to snatch it up. An old school annual that I've wanted for years, King Size Avengers Special number 2, which features the old school Avengers versus the new school Avengers. Classic stuff. As I said in my last video, I have been upgrading Star Wars Volume 1 and buying doubles whenever I can of key issues. So these are all examples of upgrades. So here's Star Wars number 9. Just beautiful condition. Number 10, which I actually had a Whitman reprint, which I did not know, so took care of that. Also, these are all like near mint condition, very fine plus near mint condition. Number 12, which will give me now a nice run of Star Wars 1 through 12, all in very fine to near mint condition. And as a Star Wars fan, that's pretty big for me. And I now also have doubles of 1 through 6, with the exception of number 4, which I'm on the lookout for. All right, shout out to Willie's Comics for showing this off in one of his vids. Star Wars Adventures number 7. As I said before, those Star Wars IDW titles have been kind of a blind spot for me, but this features the first appearance of Hondo Ohnaka, who is probably one of my top 10 favorite characters that was introduced to me in the Clone Wars series, which really helped me get through the pandemic in those early days, man. Ooh, such entertainment. So, shout out to Willie's Comics. This is the B cover. The A cover actually features the first cover appearance of Hondo, but I just like this cover better. Some Star Wars variants. The Alex Ross nature, of course. Princess Leia, number 1. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And Darth Vader number 1, the Boba Fett cover, which I want to say is an homage to the scene from Boba Fett in the Star Wars holiday Christmas special. Fantastic. I missed out on Magic the Gathering number 1, the release from last month. Didn't have it on my pull list, but I did end up picking this up. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons number 1, and I guess this is allegedly the first Dungeons and Dragons comic book ever published. So I thought that was pretty neat. Have a nice little detour into the Silver Age. Oh, actually, let me move some comics. Sorry about that. So, I finally polished off the Jim Steranko illustrated issues of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. According to my research, he only did issues 1, 2, 3, and 5, and then he did various covers for the series. But I wanted to at least snatch all the ones up that he did the interiors on. So here's Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 2, very fine condition. Number 3, which unfortunately is just a VG. It does have a puncture in the back cover that I was unaware of, but placeholder for now. And this one's probably fine minus condition. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 5. Continuing on in the Silver Age, Fantastic Four, number 54. Love it. Amazing Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Justice League of America are probably my top three favorite Silver Age titles to collect, with Amazing Spider-Man being number 1 and Fantastic Four a close second. But this is just great, great stuff. Been eyeballing this for a while and finally found it at a pretty decent price. Straight up fine condition. Alright, let's kick it back and finish off this video with some nice Bronze Age pickups. Silver Surfer, number 18, which features the first meeting between the Silver Surfer and the Inhumans, Jack Kirby's last work at Marvel Comics until returning later on in the 70s, and the last issue of Silver Surfer from Volume 1. So a lot of great stuff going on in here. Really happy to pick it up, and a very worthy addition to my Silver Surfer collection. Beware the Claws of the Cat, number 1. Just another Marvel Bronze Age issue that I had on my list for a while. Finally got to scratch it off, as well as this one. The Man-Thing, number 1 from Volume 1. Great, great Frank Brunner cover. Very trippy, a very, very Bronze Age-esque. Well, no, I can't even say esque. It's just a Bronze Age issue. This is the epitome of Bronze Age weirdness. Great stuff. And lastly, a book that I have wanted for years and years. Green Lantern, Green Arrow, number 76. Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams, legendary stuff. It was a 5.5 until I cracked it out of the case. The case was slightly cracked. Instead of doing the smart thing and getting some money off of the purchase, I had my second Moderna shot, and I was feverish, and it seemed like a good idea to crack it open at the time. Whatever. So with that said, I probably overpaid for it a little bit, but this is a great investment book. It's a classic book, a book that I've always wanted, and a book that I don't have any intention on selling at any time in the near future. So very happy to pick it up. Most likely my pickup of the year. And that is going to be it, people. This will probably be my last video for the foreseeable future. I will be taking a break for a while. I'm just after almost 5 years of shooting videos, I'm just feeling a little burnt out. And the community has kind of changed since I've joined the YouTube comic book community. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but when I first started watching YouTube videos, people were showing off their What If runs and their Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man collections, and it wasn't so key-oriented. And now it just seems like there's less comic book hauls out there. A lot of the people that got me into watching YouTube videos and wanting to be part of the community are no longer really putting a lot of content out there, myself included. And rather than, like, say, comic book hauls, people are just more interested in ROI, FMV, slabbing books and reprints and all this other stuff that doesn't really interest me. I'm more about fandom, and it's where I've kind of taken to Instagram as of lately, where you could show a random issue of, like, say, Master of Kung Fu, and it will actually get you more likes than featuring a copy of Incredible Hulk number 181. I know, I've done it. So, and I love it, man, because at the root of it all, I'm a comic book fan. I'm a comic book fan that loves runs of comics. So I'm not saying that the community is a bad thing or anything like that, but I'm just 50. I'm kind of old school. So that's going to be it for me for now. And it was really fun while I've been here. Shout outs to everyone that's been super cool. People that have supported my channel, like, say, Longshanks and Vin Crew. The first two really big channels that supported my channel. They didn't act like a bunch of the uppity hot girls sitting at the popular lunch table. Sith Lordly, RV Collectibles, Hialeah Comics Bro, Daz the Key Collector, who else? Walking Jedi, David Seeking Near Mint Comics, Martian Comic Collector, Amazing Murphinator, of course, an icon. So thank you all for supporting my channel throughout the years. I'm not saying that I won't be back. I probably will be back at some point to shoot a video because I love comics, man. I don't know who will see it because the algorithm is kind of unforgiving. I ended up putting a video in set on private because I uploaded 2 comic book hauls, and by the time I ended up taking the video, the private tag off the video, it messed up the algorithm, and I went from having like between 400 and 500 views to under 200. So hey, it is what it is. So who knows if anyone will see a video when I come back, if I come back. So but I have had fun. If I will be continuing to post pics on Instagram all the time, so don't be shy and say hello. And thanks for everything. Until next time, take care. See ya.